What's good, everybody? So obviously, um, okay. So my problem with the New York Giants right now is that um, my problem with the New York Giants is everything. You know, um, and I've touched on this before. Um, everybody that's in the Giants community. They always have that positive mindset and everything is going to go right. And this year is always going to be, better than the last. You know what I'm saying? For the past, 3 years? Yeah, I've been saying that. And what has the Giants religiously went out and did? Nothing, you know? Um, they have had a losing record. They have had a losing record since 2016. So that's basically 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. That's basically 6 years. 6 years the Giants have had a losing performance. Now, whether that has to do with production or free agents, you know what I'm saying? Um, just plays in general, you know what I'm saying? It just hasn't really clicked, you know? We all know, we all get it. The offensive line is in shambles. They suck. Okay. Um, like my football head coach said this to me, right? He said that the hardest position to coach is the offensive line. No position is even remotely harder than the offensive line. If you throw a quarterback in there, it'll take some time. He'll figure it out. If you put a running back in there, just hand him the ball, he'll find his way. If you throw in a tight end in there, he'll find his way slowly. If you put a wide receiver in there, short or tall, he'll find his way. But offensive line, it's the hardest. It's like you can't really put a whole bunch of big guys in front of you and expect them to block for you. You know, obviously that's their job, that's their description, you know. Uh, Whether it's a screen pass to the wide receiver or a screen pass to the running back, they have to do their jobs. They have to open big holes for the running back to get big yardage. The Giants have not been doing that for the past 6 years. When the draft gurus was keep telling the Giants to pick offensive linemen, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What they do? What did they do? Yeah, they pick a few offensive linemen here and there, but they wasn't consistent. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys in 2015, they had the best offensive line. They was calling that offensive line the Great Wall of China. They was making a whole bunch of memes out of it, but the result don't lie. Ezekiel Elliott had his best statistical season behind the offensive line. Fred Morris, who we picked up, cut. I don't know how many times we gonna pick up that dude and then cut him again. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, but just like you saw the production that offensive line had, you know, um, but we failed to even remotely handle that in the worst way. You know what I'm saying? all those years that we had Eli Manning, and I like Eli Manning, you know what I'm saying? I never had anything bad to say about him. All that stuff, all the quarterbacks that the Redskins went through, Cowboys, obviously Cowboys still had Tony Romo. The Eagles, you know what I'm saying? Like the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I think Tony Romo, Donovan McNabb, they were like the last dying breed of their own respective positions, you know? And after, Tony Romo, retired, Dak Prescott, they picked Dak Prescott when, Jonathan McNabb, left for the Washington Redskins at the time. Michael Vick took over. And then, it's just been an ongoing onslaught, you know what I'm saying? But they took forever to find Eli Manning's next predecessor, Like they took so much. I mean, they got Carletta, he didn't work. They had Joe Webb, he didn't work. They had a Ryan Nassib, he didn't even play, you know. So they finally took Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones didn't even have his full rookie season, But long story short, the Giants are just in shackles. Now, like, I know a lot of ESPN analysts are picking them to be the dark horse, or they either picking Philly to be the dark horse. A lot of people think Philly's going to finish last in that division. Like I said, this division's going to beat up on each other, We don't face the Eagles until late. We face the Washington football team and Dallas Cowboys early. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the NFC East. Whether it's 16 games, 17 games, 18 games, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna beat up They're gonna beat up on each other, and it's gonna take the last game to decide the NFC East, like 2011 was, or 2007, or 2009, or 2010, or 2012. So nobody's gonna run away with this division early. This is not the AFC East with the Patriots when they were obviously just running away with it each and every year. This is not the NFC North with the Packers just running away with it each and every year. You know what I'm saying? So this division beats up on each other. It's not called the NFC East. It's called the NFC East. So the only reason why people call it the NFC East is because everybody on that team had a bad year. And that's what you expect when you beat up on each other a lot. And then plus other teams beat up on you. So, like you can have 3 teams coming out that division. You can have all 4 teams coming out of that division. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I just don't think the Giants have what it takes to compete when the stakes are high. Like they're going to get swept by Washington. Washington is going to sweep them. They're probably going to split the series with Dallas, and they're going to split the series with the Eagles. That's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? And all these Giants YouTubers are the same. They're just all fanboys, and it sucks. It really sucks. The one thing I hate about sports is fanboys. I hate bandwagons. I hate fanboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know you like your New York Giants, but you can also be biased or unbiased, like I am. Like, do I pick the Giants to win the NFC East each and every year? No. We haven't had a repeating champion since the Eagles. Like, the Giants are not going to go out there each and every day and score 40 to 30 points. They should. They're capable of, but they don't. And the reason why they don't is because they play into they play into your hands so much. Like the Giants are like that one kid that you could just pick on, bully, and he's never gonna do anything because he has low self-esteem. He has low confidence. And once you have low confidence, you allow anything and everything to unbother you. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a, but if I'm picking on that kid, he's gonna push back and the result may not be the same. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids that got picked on, bullied, and what did they turn to? They didn't turn to a teacher. They didn't turn to parents. They decided to take their own life away because they couldn't cope with the pain or they couldn't cope with the bullying every single day. You know what I'm saying? It was torture. Like I was bullied too, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like it's kind of like, okay, we know what the Giants are capable of, but they don't necessarily show it on paper. Like when the Giants had obviously Tiki Barber and Saquon Barkley are totally different backs. You know, two totally different backs. You know what I'm saying? Um, yes, Tiki Barber had a lot of fumbling problems, but Tom Coughlin fixed it up and he was good as new. You know what I'm saying? High and tight, boom. He never dropped it ever since. You know? Saquon Barkley, he's more of a methodical running back. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll let the holes open. He'll let the holes open and unless like okay, so for instance, Saquon Barkley, he runs the same like he did in college. There's no difference. If he goes straight, watch the film. If he goes straight, like let's say Daniel Jones hands him the ball, he'll bounce out to the outside, whether it's the left or the right. He doesn't like physicality. You can see that. Every single snap, every time he's not snap, but every time he touches the ball, he bounces outside. Or if he's trying to get that first down, I'm not saying that he's scared of contact, but if you see the Adrian Petersons, the Frank Gores, the Steve Jacksons, the Marshawn Lynch, they're power backs. Well, not you can say Frank Gore was a power back. He played big, but he was small as heck. But Maurice Jones-Drew, that's the one thing. That's the only running back that comes to mind when I think about Saquon. But I think Saquon Barkley is like a little bit taller than Maurice Jones-Drew. But Maurice Jones-Drew was just that dude was just nasty. Forgot his size. He had he had tree trunks for legs. You know, like that's what I always call him. Like like freaking tree trunks for legs because his thighs was just so damn big. You know, it was just so hard to get him down. And plus he had Fred Taylor in the back. So you understood what you was going to get every single Sunday when you faced the Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? But Saquon Barkley, he strikes me as a running back that he don't necessarily like physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like he would either bounce it to the outside or make that one play or he's a home run hitter as they say back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Or, there's another phrase that they used, Willie Parker. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know who Willie Parker was, he was a former running back for the Steelers, and he played the exact same way like Barkley. Like he would find a hole or try to bounce it out to the outside, and then he would just hit it. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Because he was scared. I'm not saying that he's scared of contact, but he just does it. Like he's just the type of running back that don't like to be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like he would finally, he would bounce it out and just, go from there. You know what I'm saying? That's why every time you would see Skip Bayless breaks down, Saquon Barkley run, You can say, okay, yeah, he got, 12 carries for like 26 yards or 78 yards, but when you break it down, it was that big run that set him apart from the other 28 yards that he gained. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the style of Saquon Barkley doesn't necessarily fit what the Giants are looking for. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to move on from Saquon Barkley, but and I hope Saquon Barkley comes back and have a bounce back year. Probably win comeback player of the year. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Adrian Peterson won it, coming off his, his surgery, or his injury, I should say. So I just think that his game doesn't necessarily fit what we're doing. Like if you look in the past, we had Bradshaw, we had Derek Ward, we had, Brandon Jacobs. They're like those guys liked physicality, especially Bradshaw. As short as he was, he liked physicality. Saquon Barkley doesn't strike me as a guy that loves physicality. You know what I'm saying? Like if he runs, he'll try to outrun you, or he'll try to make that home run hit instead of just running you over and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not that type of running back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a Brandon Jacobs. He's not a Derek Ward. Even Derek Ward, our third, well, yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So he would have to be our third string. Even he liked the physicality, and he was not really a bad running back for us. You take Shane Vereen. Not Shane Vereen. Rashard Jennings. Rashard Jennings, he was a very good running back for us when we had him. You know what I'm saying? He was another one that liked the physicality. But there's some running backs that don't like physicality, and you can see it right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but you know what? When Saquon Barkley's with the Giants, Daniel Jones' interceptions, touchdown ratio goes up. Or his touchdown goes up, his interceptions dip down. When Saquon Barkley is not in the lineup, his interceptions rise up and his touchdowns dip. You know what I'm saying? And that's stupid because you don't need a running back to evaluate you. You don't need you don't need a quarterback. You don't need a running back to dictate how good you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if it was like for a receiver, then okay, I would get it because you're throwing it to a receiver. All you're doing is handing the ball out to the running back. So you mean that Saquon Barkley is that important to Daniel Jones? That tells me two things. Is either Daniel Jones is not the quarterback that we think he is, or Daniel Jones is not a quarterback that can lead a team without A1. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of quarterbacks that don't need a running back to evaluate them, or they don't need you know what I'm saying? Like they're more of a system type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't need, running backs to evaluate them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Eli. Like as great as Brandon Jacobs and Mark Bradshaw was, when those two left, did he lose any step? No. He was the same old Eli. So if you need a savior at quarterback, or if you need a running back to save you, that tells me a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope Saquon Barkley has a breakout year. Like I'm not trying to bash him or diminish him. It's just his style of play just rubs me the wrong way. Like I would think that like a running back like him, oh, he would have loved physicality. Go check out his tapes in Penn State. Go check out his games last year as a rookie. Yeah, because that's the only tape you would probably see of him. Because obviously he didn't play the full games last year. You know what I'm saying? I think he only played like 3 games and then he got hurt. But go look at his rookie year and go look at his college tapes. And you tell me that you don't see the same thing I'm seeing. He doesn't like physicality. He runs away from it. I don't understand a running back like that. Out of my 29 years of watching the NFL, I've never seen a running back like that. Running backs are supposed to like physicality. What running back doesn't like physicality? You know what I'm saying? Like that's your job. You're a battering ram. You know what I'm saying? Like you physically punish defenders, whether you stiff arm them, spin them, juke them, whatever you want to do. That's your description. Does he love physicality? Is he gonna get down and dirty to get that extra yard or that fourth down or that third down? But if he's scared, he's just gonna bounce it out to the outside, either left or right, and he's gonna try to hit the home run. That's Saquon Barkley's game. Saquon Barkley is not there to run you down to the ground, like he's not your every down back. Ezekiel Elliott, that's the one running back I thought the Giants was gonna take. But obviously the Giants was picking way before the Cowboys. So like Ezekiel Elliott is your every down back. Ezekiel Elliott loves physicality. You can tell by the way he runs. He could run through you, he could run around you. It doesn't really matter. You can tell from the running backs their style of play. Like Zeke, Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, you know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry, they all love physicality, but Saquon Barkley doesn't. Calls to pause. Calls to pause. So, like, comment, subscribe. But yes, the Giants will miss the playoffs this year. I have them third, or probably tie for third. I know there's no such thing as that, but I don't want to put them fourth again because I don't know what the Eagles are going to do this year. But if I had to pick, I would probably pick them fourth. No, I'm going to switch. I'm going to pick the Giants to finish third. I'm going to pick the Giants to finish third, and I'm going to pick the Eagles to finish dead last. Because at least the Giants have something to hang their hat on. The Eagles don't. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I said it before. I think the Eagles are probably going to be one of those dark horse teams that nobody wants to talk about, like how my Giants was in 2007 and 2011, where nobody was talking about us. Everybody was just talking about the Eagles and the Cowboys, and Lord behold, we came out and did what we had to do. So it's always the quiet ones that don't get any attention. And when they don't get attention, you see how dangerous they become, So, it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Just 2 videos today.